What's going on, lads? It's BillyTheKid here, and I hope you're having a great day, and thank you again for joining me for another video. Today's gameplay is some Battlefield 4 rogue transmission on Conquest. I managed to grab myself the Russian Su-25 attack jet, and in the right hands, these attack jets can be just dominance in matches. If you have a good person in your team that has good flying skills and they're in this beast, my god, they can just decimate enemy aircraft, decimate enemy ground targets very easily, and you can lose the control of the ground if you have control of the air. So I hope you enjoyed today's gameplay. I did kill quite a few people, and today's commentary is not going to be revolved on Battlefield 4 or anything Battlefield related per se. Today's commentary is going to be one of reflection. So we're nearly into a week of 2014, the new year. I hope it is a great new year for yourself and your family, and it made me reflect on gaming. And with the brand new releases coming out this year, many new releases like Watch Dogs, like The Division, the new Metal Gear Solids, Ground Zeroes, and The Phantom Pain, it made me reflect on the great games that came out last year in 2013. So the question I want to ask you, lads, is what was your game of 2013? What was the game you most played, the one you most had fun with? And it could be any game. It can even be indie games if you want it. It doesn't have to be any big AAA releases that everybody's heard of. For me personally, looking back, there was not a big number of releases that I was super excited about, that I was counting down the days to its release. Surprisingly, I don't have that. I don't have that spark anymore to look forward to big releases. I used to, like for Metal Gear Solid back in the day, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3. And number 4, I was just, man, you should have seen me. I was like looking at the calendar every day, counting down the minutes to those releases. I even came up with a plan similar to Cartman in South Park to freeze myself so I can get ahead to the release date even faster. But you know what, I decided not to go with that. I was, unlike Cartman, a little bit more patient. But like I said, last year was a great year for video game releases. Well, not video game releases per se, but for video games in general. Because obviously for a lot of releases, just like Battlefield 4, they released way too early and they're released very buggy. But anyway, the one I have to say, without a doubt, had me most excited, that had me literally counting down the days to its release, the only one I can think of that really had that effect on me was The Last of Us, that released for the PlayStation 3. That game really piqued my interest. You see, back in the day, my older brothers, we had a PlayStation, and they would play Resident Evil 1, 2 and 3 constantly. I remember very well that they had this big guide a big guide booklet showing them where everything is, where every little item was, in every little room, in every little building in Raccoon City, and they would have to go searching. And being a 7 or 8 year old kid, or I should say little lad, watching them play, it was really very scary for me, because it was zombies, and it was and my 2 older brothers used to take the piss out of me, making me sing songs that I didn't know how to sing, otherwise they would advance towards me going with those fucking zombie moans, and they would scare the piss out of me. But those types of games were what I was really exposed to at an early age. Those were the first games that I really remember, and right there and then I became interested in survival horror and adventure. That's basically what I was really interested in at an early age. And when I heard The Last of Us was coming out and I read the story, it has a lot of elements of many different games, Resident Evil included. You got the whole, they're not, I know they're not zombies, they're infected, but okay, look, it's nearly the same thing. Not nearly, but nearly the same. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Basically, it has a similar, storyline. These 2 characters, a man and a little girl, they have to depend on each other to survive in this massive environment that's filled with, cannibalistic monsters that want to eat their brains out. That's what really piqued my interest. But it wasn't just that. When I was looking at The Last of Us and I read the storyline and I was looking at the game, I was thinking, this is something that we haven't really seen with this type of technology before. There's been Resident Evils, there's been other games similar to The Last of Us in the past, but we haven't really seen this type of immersion into the storyline, into the character development, I think this is going to be a very good game, and this is what really piqued my interest. I literally was counting down the days to its release, and I really look forward. I'm still counting down the days to the release of the DLC that's coming out that covers the backstory a little bit into The Last of Us, especially with Ellie. But yeah, The Last of Us has to be, for me, the game of 2013. It was the game I was most interested in. I had an incredible experience playing with the game, the single player. I had fun with the multiplayer, but it was the single player for me that really nailed it. And I continue to play the game even though I've passed it, and there's still little Easter eggs that I have to find. So lads, what is the game for you for 2013? What was the game you had most fun with? What was the game you remember the most? And let me know in the comment section below what you think. Anyway lads, I hope you enjoyed today's gameplay. I hope you enjoyed today's commentary. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more if you're new, and I'll see you again lads, and thanks again for watching.